This is Dan from Dan's Urban Survival and Prepping. Let's talk about survival skills right after the intro. I often talk about that there's just a thin veneer of civilization. What is underneath is not pretty. It does not take much to peel away that veneer. You take the average urbanite or suburbanite and get him excessively cold, wet, tired, hungry, or thirsty, and take away his television, his beer, drugs, and other pacifiers, and you will see the savage within. It is like peeling the skin off of an onion. Remove a couple of layers and it gets very smelly. We live in an increasingly dangerous world with a fragile and highly interdependent infrastructure. In past years, we have seen accelerating threats from terrorism, economic instability. It's just important to prepare. But being prepared is just not enough. Having food and supplies set aside, they don't cover every base. And unfortunately, I've come to believe that it's something that cannot be done alone. Rugged individualism is all well and good, but it takes more than one person to defend an area. Effective defense means having at least two families to provide 24/7 perimeter security. But of course, every individual added means having someone else to feed. Unless you have an unlimited budget and an infinite amount of preps, you will need to strike a balance when deciding the size of your group. And choosing people to be part of your group is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. You have to associate yourself with skilled doers, not talkers. You got to look for people who share your outlook and your morality. Living in close confines with other families is surely going to cause problems, but that will be minimized if you share a common religion and norms of behavior. You can't learn every skill yourself. You have to assemble a team that includes members with medical knowledge, tactical skills, electronics experience, and traditional practical skills, such as gardening, clothes mending, carpentry, things like that. I've seen that survivalists tend to fall into two schools of thought. Those who are loners and those who are community-minded. The loners would prefer to disappear into the wilds, somewhere they can lie low while things sort themselves out back in civilization. In my opinion, this is both a naive and a selfish starting point for preparedness. You hear this fantasy about strapping on a backpack and disappearing into a forest to live off of the land. It's just an invitation for disaster. Too many things can go wrong. You will lack sufficient shelter. You will not be able to carry enough food reserve. Once lost or broken, your one rifle or your one pistol and your one axe will leave you vulnerable and unable to provide for your sustenance or self-defense. Any illness, any sickness could be life-threatening. Just taking a drink out of a stream could cost you your life. People planning on staying in the cities or an urban area are going to face many challenges and dangers also. But you do have the advantage of familiarity. You know, nobody knows your house the way you do. Nobody knows the area that you live in as well as you will. Also, the structural security of having your preps in a centralized location. You know where they are. You know the avenues of approach to protect them. You will have the opportunity to better store up preps than those who are planning to bug out, because you can only carry so much. And I want to make sure that I say this. This is my opinion. I could be dead wrong. And if there's an s.h.t.f situation and I am wrong, I will probably be exactly that, dead wrong. But I don't think that I am. And I don't put this out here as saying everybody should change their mind about anything. I say it as my opinion, and an alternative thought, because we need to plan more than one way. I do have a bug out plan. I do have a bug out location. It's just not my primary idea of what I want to do. So I want to hear what you guys think. Tell me your ideas, your look on what I'm saying down in the comments below. And if you like this content, please hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to hear more content like this, hit the subscribe button. I always look forward to having new people join the community. So until next time, this is Dan from Dan's Urban Survival and Prepping. Take care of each other.